Happy Hour is live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. This is Happy Hour.
Call the show, 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773.
Yo, what's up? It's Happy Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppy, live from the Aussie to Sports Junkie Radio Network in beautiful Sarasota. I'm Ryan Hoppy here with my co-host and jack of all trades, AJ. What's up, dude?
Oh my gosh, we're back!
Also here is my good friend, the dude I adore more than anything, Trey. Is here as well. What is up, Trey?
It has been so long since we've done this. It's been 9 days at least.
It's been about 2 weeks, my man. I'm happy to be here. Loving life. Call the show. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-49-HOPPY. Tweet at me at Ryan Hoppy Radio and get the Hoppy Radio app to listen live. Go to tinyurl.com/happyhour2018. It's tinyurl.com/happyhour2018 to vote for Happy Hour as best local podcast in the Tampa Bay area. But it says Hope Hour. Because I don't know if you guys heard, we're going to become a religious show.
Yeah, we're the Hope Hour now.
Did you hear about this, AJ?
No, I haven't looked.
You haven't heard that? We're going to be religious. We're going to be drawing people in.
What religion? Like, are we talking
Whatever
about?
we can do, man. Whatever makes people change the way they think about things. Because the creative loafing misspelled our show.
I like us to be a Zoroastrian religion, so we could do that, or we could do Buddhism. Either or, I'm fine. Or Hindu. I like the way that screeching woman, like all those Hindu songs, like.
Basically, you're talking about my voice, son.
No. If your voice was a little higher, then yes.
So I was in Chicago last week.
Okay.
For the morning show boot camp, and
were you back in? That's. I feel like you going back to Chicago is like a birth trip to like Mecca, like for Muslims, except for Hoppy. Like I feel like every Chicago person from Chicago who goes back to Chicago, they like got to hit up all like the main, like the big places to go to in Chicago. Was that you, or is that just
kind of like I'll go to Wayne's Pizza in Arlington Heights, Illinois.
You see?
I'll go to Gene and Jude's in River North, but that's about it. I mean, it's just really weird because, okay, my friend who I was acquaintances with, he passed away. Jason Saccone, he drowned. Very, very tragic.
Yeah.
So I was excited to see my friends, and it was great to see friends because I was made fun of growing up. So all of a sudden, we made amends with a few people, went to bars. So that was good. But the thing that really annoyed me about going to Chicago was I was getting messages online from people. And the messages were like, oh, don't get shot. And then I see Drudge on Twitter, Matt Drudge tweeting, Chicagoland murder. People are afraid to leave their houses. And then he had a link talking about how the murder is bad in Chicago.
It is.
No.
But that's not the point.
Right.
He's going back
Here's the thing.
to visit people.
Chicagoland
Yes.
is a term describing every single suburb that's in Chicago because it's the land. When you say murder in Chicagoland, you're making it seem like you walk down the blocks of Mount Prospect and boom, 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 it's going on. Or you go to Glenview and you go to the beach. Oh, and there's murder. Oh, and you go to Naperville and there's murder.
So
no. That's what really pisses me off, dude.
So where is Chirac? Like everybody talking about
the part of town that nobody goes to.
Yeah, but where is it?
You don't want to get shot.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
South side and west side.
South side and west side. Okay.
South side.
Okay. So where the White Sox play.
Where the White Sox play and where the Bulls play. It's two bad neighborhoods. I mean, there's crime that happens everywhere, but this whole thing that the media is making it out to be, Matt Drudge, Fox News, MSNBC, all these scumbags that are making it out to be like it's happening everywhere. It's like,
I feel like Chicago has its like gentrified areas where they're like what's actually pleasant to go through. It's not like a city where it's like Detroit where everything's just like a wasteland, just walking through like it's like a Sears store.
Why do you think the morning show boot camp was in Chicago and it was in Atlanta last year? but not in Detroit, not in Milwaukee or St. Louis. I mean, there's hotels there because it's the best city in the Midwest. It's just so annoying that...
I like St. Louis.
I mean, I do too.
I mean, does Chicago have an arch?
I really like Baltimore.
Oh, well, okay, buddy, relax.
You must like smelling armpits then.
I don't, that's my personal life.
No, but it's just so annoying that when people hear the word Chicago, I have had people ask me, so have you seen someone get murdered? And they're not kidding, saying like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Have you seen someone get murdered? They're literally dead serious, where they're like, what's it like seeing a dead body? I'm like, I grew up in Arlington Heights, Illinois. Like, the biggest cities in North America, it's New York, it's Los Angeles, Toronto, actually, and then Chicago. So the neighborhoods where there's crime, it's big. I'm not denying that it's not big, but you got to remember that Chicago is huge. It's the 4th biggest city on this continent, so it's not every single part of Chicago.
Yeah.
Would you say it's huge?
Okay, well, let's move on from that. But so if you were to, so like, is Chicago like your favorite place to go to? What would you say?
Yes and no. The thing,
because when I look at like people who come from like these like these mega cities, I kind of get jealous. You know what I mean? Like kind of like hearing from like, oh, I'm from New York. Like New York has its own little culture, like has its own culture and different cultures and different boroughs. Los Angeles has its own kind of like surf style mixed with Hollywood glam, and Chicago has this kind of Midwest tough, windy city kind of vibe that it's like, you know, I'm kind of get like, and then like I'm from Tampa, you know.
Oh, it's so windy over here. That's it.
okay, well, the windy term, you know why it's called Windy City?
No.
Because the politicians are crooked and corrupt, so they're windy. It has nothing to do with the wind. It is windy. But it's because
that's what I'm saying. Well, what I'm just saying is like the culture. Like people say, "Oh, you're from Chicago." Like they think of a certain kind of culture that you're from. Like Tampa, you don't really get that. Miami, a little bit, but other than that, they just think you're foreign and you like to do Molly.
There's this weird thing about Chicago. I love the city, but there's this certain arrogance where you take pride in it. It goes like this. So, like, TV shows that air in Chicago or radio shows that air in Chicago that are not from Chicago, they never work there because you got to be local. It's got to be from Chicago. You can't have a show that's good airing from New York or Los Angeles. It has to be live and local. Yeah. It's just this arrogance where it's like we don't embrace anything that's not Chicago. So, and then there like is a hatred towards New York too, and it's like,
well, there's a pizza war between Chicago.
It's not even a war.
I like the deep dish Chicago.
Deep dish Chicago is just, and I'm sorry if I offend you, Ryan, but deep dish Chicago is just a lasagna with a crust.
AJ, the last 5 months have been the best time of my life in radio, but I think it might be ending.
Yeah? You're that big of a Chicago dude.
I don't care. What pisses me off is when people say it's not pizza. It's shaped like pizza. It has the ingredients of pizza. It's like saying a slider's not a burger.
A slider's absolutely a burger.
Okay, well. It's just a way to be edgy. Anybody who says that they don't like deep dish and they rip into it, they're just trying to be different. They're trying to say that they're different than everybody.
It's not that well, first of all, more than half of
the
America,
cheese is like having an orgasm in your mouth. It's
more than
so
half
good.
of America agrees with me. But other than that, no, I'm not saying that the deep dish isn't good. Deep dish is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I just wouldn't call it a real pizza.
Oh my god! Why?
It's like saying a calzone's a pizza. It's
a
like
calzone is a pizza. It's a folded pizza.
No, it's not. It's a calzone.
Oh my god!
How is a calzone like deep dish? Because deep dish has the sauce. It has the
calzone
cheese.
Has the sauce. It's all those ingredients, but made in a different way.
So then it's pizza.
It's made in a deeper.
A casserole's covered,
more
or a calzone, not casserole. It's a calzone is covered. So how is that anything? See, it's just you're not from there, so you just kind of think, oh, it's different. And I don't even have that much of a Chicago bias. I don't care that much, but it's pizza.
I agree. It's pizza. It looks, smells, tastes like pizza.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's a lasagna, but more than a pizza.
I
but
think
all
he's
right.
just trying to egg you on at this point, Ryan.
I just think I'm just saying Chicago deep dish is really good. But here's the thing: that's not the only pizza that comes from Chicago. Everybody always talks about Chicago style. They think automatically Chicago style deep dish.
You know what's really good? It's even better. Thin crust.
Thin crust. Chicago thin crust. Amazing. In fact, I think I like Chicago thin crust better than New York, like regular New York pizza.
Oh yeah. Dude, Rosati's, Wayne's Pizza in Palatine, it literally is some of the best food I've ever had, dude.
Yeah. So that's why, listen, Chicago, their pizza is great. And also their deep dish is great. Well, there we go.
So, yeah, you're never going to teach me to look at it your way, and I'm never going to teach you to look at it your way.
It's just, two humble opinions.
But I do think this next topic I have for you guys.
Okay. Oh.
Is one that will change the way you look at Lindsay Lohan. If there's any positive way you've ever looked at that washed up hag.
Oh,
if there's any positive way.
I thought you said that this could change because I never looked at Lindsay Lohan with favorable regards. So I was like, I'm going to actually think she's not.
Well, she was good in Mean Girl. She was good in Freaky Friday. But the thing about Lindsay Lohan is she really hasn't done much since 2008.
Mm-hmm.
And she was quoted as saying that victims of Me Too that go out in public and express what happened to them are weak. And here's my thing. I'm not one, AJ and Trey,
yes,
that is cool at fake outrage. I'm one that if you believe it, say it, but you shouldn't say sorry. But this is the one time she did say she was sorry, and I do think it was the right thing to do because she's an entitled Beverly Hills brat who's washed up and who is jealous that some of the victims that have come out are now more famous than her, and she is also jealous that she hasn't mattered in a while, so she wanted to say something edgy to get attention. And the thing is this, she's always acted, Trey and AJ, like such a feminist. Lindsay Lohan has always acted like she's so great. She's just so wonderful. She's so amazing to be around. The thing is this. If you're such a feminist, you would be proud, AJ, of the women that have the guts and the balls. That's a weird thing to say.
Balls,
to come forward and express what happened. But the fact that Lindsay Lohan was even remotely in the mindset to say that shows that she's unlikable, that she's a sociopath, that she's a narcissist, and that's why she's been blackballed from Hollywood. Yes, she said
that,
for life,
that and her problem with drugs.
Yeah. I agree.
But and honestly, and that's a real thing too. Like if you're gonna stand by something, no matter how shitty it is, you gotta stand by that shit. You can't just apologize for it sometime. Because how long ago was it when she said that?
A few days, and then like a day or two later, she said she was sorry. It's like if you're gonna say something so edgy, just go buy it. It's not like it's gonna ruin your career, Lindsay Lohan. You don't have one.
Like, yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Especially like, okay, well, how do you feel? Like, remember when Mike Evans took a knee? Or he said he was thinking about taking the knee before the Bucks game, and then a few days later he's like, "Oh no, never mind. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean anything by that." That's like it's kind of in the same way.
The thing though about the people that take a knee, it goes as simple as this: I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, no.
They make more money than me.
It shouldn't.
They bang hotter girls than me.
Well, what I'm saying is that when you go ahead and apologize for something, it's gonna make you look worse. Then it's gonna think like, oh, okay, no, they like people. She probably thought, okay, they're gonna think that I came to my senses and I'm not gonna do that. No, they're just gonna think you're a back and forth, wishy-washy person looking for attention.
You know what I think's even worse than Mike Evans being a pussy like that? And Lindsay Lohan saying that is teammates and the media here in Tampa, which I will keep names nameless, but there are names of people who are finding ways to be homers for the Buccaneers and defending Jameis. Would you want Jameis dating your daughter? Would you want to hang out with Jameis? No. He's got a godlike complex for being an okay quarterback.
Yeah.
Fuck him. It's ridiculous. If this was Philadelphia, Chicago, or Detroit, cities with real fans, he'd be out of here. He'd be gone.
I disagree. Do you think, AJ, would you say Pittsburgh has real fans? Is one of the cities with real fans?
No, they don't care about the team up there. What are you talking about?
Yeah, like, of course, yeah, but that's a lot different because Ben Roethlisberger, although, yes, it was two times, he doesn't have, like a long list of problems that he had since college.
Okay.
To the point where...
What about the motorcycle accident, the incident?
The motorcycle incident?
NFL players
hit and
are
run.
not allowed to.
A hit and run? No, he was in a motorcycle accident, but he didn't hit and run, and he didn't do a hit and run on anybody.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, pull it up.
Pull it up right now.
I'm just saying, I think you're a little bit biased.
He's also got 2 Super Bowl wins. Hoppy.
Yeah, that does help too.
Look,
The fact that you won Super Bowl.
First of all, I was really young whenever that happened, so maybe
2006.
2008.
2005, I think. 2004.
2008 was the last Super Bowl win by the Steelers.
No, I'm saying I was really
2009.
young when the motorcycle accident took place. All I know is it took him out for almost half a season.
He definitely, though, is one of the best quarterbacks of all time.
Yeah, one of them. I think he's better than Bradshaw, to be completely honest.
He's been in the league for a long time.
That's what
He's
happened.
going to become the next Brett Favre, just being in the league.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think anybody wants to be Brett Favre. That dude ruined his legacy.
Because Ben right now is starting to help the younger quarterbacks because he knows that he has probably a good year or two left in the league, maybe 3 at most, because he knows he's not in the same shape as Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And he also knows that
that CT
he needs
kicking
first.
in real soon.
Yeah, exactly, dude. That guy has taken so many fucking
He really
shots,
has.
like not even just from the head, but just everywhere.
For a quarterback,
He's a
just-
tough son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Like I like anybody who makes fun of Ben Roethlisberger's a pussy. That motherfucker has taken hits straight to the fucking jaw and gotten back up and decided to play. I remember one time he had a fractured shoulder. I think it was like a broken collarbone, and he realized Landry Jones, our second string quarterback, wasn't doing good. So he's like, "Fuck it, put me back in the game. I'll finish this off."
Okay, it wasn't a hit and run, but basically he didn't have a valid Pennsylvania motorcycle license
Okay.
Well,
and a permit, and then he wasn't wearing a helmet.
So it wasn't a hit and run, and he was riding a motorcycle. He wasn't affecting anybody.
But he should be wearing a helmet.
He should be wearing a helmet, and that was a stupid thing, and he was young.
so NFL players
But-
are contractually barred from actually being able to get a motorcycle.
So, but
license?
what does that have to do with being a real Pittsburgh Steelers fan? If he was actually convicted of rape, and if it wasn't settled out of court, we would have tossed his ass out. That's the way Pittsburgh is. That's what happens with Santonio Holmes. Santonio Holmes, he had that big Super Bowl catch.
It was dope.
It was dope catch, but you know what happened? He was found with it was either weapon. No. He failed the marijuana
Yeah.
test. They're like, no, hell no, we can't have you. On
I have
that
the
team.
funniest memory about that catch. So it was like 2009. I was like a freshman. I was at my friend's house watching it, and the Super Bowl was going on like 9 p.m. on a class night. Like it was a Sunday going into a Monday, and my dad said he'd pick me up at 9. So I hear at my friend's house, like, Ryan,
Yeah.
time to go. It's like 3 minutes left in the game. Gotta go. They're gonna win anyway. Arizona will win anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm all pissed off. I'm embarrassed. Right when we get in the car, we tune on to sports radio, and they're like, "Do you believe in miracles? This is one of the best plays in Super Bowl history. Santonio Holmes gets the touchdown. Can you believe it?" It was such an awkward drive home. So then I was mad at my dad because I missed it. So when I got home, I kicked the shoe off my shoe, like I had it half on, and I flung it by kicking my foot, and I broke the window.
So yeah. So
That's,
tell me about the hit and run. What happened? Ben Roethlisberger's hit and run with the motorcycle.
I'm not like other radio hosts where I'll claim that there's a conspiracy and I'll try to back off my lies. I thoroughly apologize.
It's okay.
For getting it wrong.
He still has a.
He was convicted in kind of a rape. A little bit.
He wasn't convicted.
He wasn't convicted. It was settled out of court. Like, he definitely most likely raped her, but he wasn't convicted till trial.
Who knows, man? Anyways.
You'll never know.
But I know what you're saying because, like, yeah, like with like towns like Chicago, towns like Pittsburgh, even towns, even with New England, because New England, like, you never hear people like with a shade. Like if the coaching staff and the owner, if Robert Kraft didn't like a player for like some of the actions that they have done, they'll kick them out. They'll kick them out. So with Tampa Bay, I don't know what. I feel like everything's it has to change with the organization on how they view.
It's just the thing with Tampa that really drives me nuts. I love this thing.
Grinds my gears, yeah.
The thing that really irritates me about the media here and about the fans is Tampa Bay, it wants to be a major market. Like, we're growing downtown Tampa. They're adding more buildings. They're building up Channelside. They're trying to build up Ybor.
Well, it's not even that. More and more people are moving in.
Yeah, it's actually the most moved to city in the U.S. statistically right now.
So then, if it's becoming the most moved to city, and you're trying to be a major market,
yeah,
act like one when it comes to how you cover and respect your teams. Because
I mean,
if you want to be like Philly or Chicago or Detroit, if you have a quarterback who keeps making awful decisions, get him out of town.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
well,
if you guys are so quick to act like, oh, we're a major market, we're up and coming, then cover it like
that's more along the fault of the organization, because the organization, like, what is it, the Glazers that own the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. First of all, most of their Ozzy. Like the Glazers own the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right? But they have stake in Manchester United.
They own the old man.
They own all the Manchester United, so they're more concerned with Manchester United, and they don't really
$4 billion team.
Yeah, which is
the most expensive in the world.
Yeah, the most expensive team in the world. Most of their interest isn't going to lie with the Bucks.
Yeah, that's their side team.
That's literally their side team, and it's just, I just feel like we have a thing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and a thing with the Rays where it just seems like the organizations themselves don't really care about the fans, and they don't really care about the team. They just really care about just making a profit.
If I'm a Buccaneers fan, I'd be pissed off that my owner doesn't really see it. It's kind of like the fourth kid that's born into the family and it barely gets any attention because you're sick of having kids. I'd be annoyed.
The best owner, not just in Tampa, but one of the best owners in the country is Vinnick. Vinnick has done wonders.
That's what I was just going to point to. I was happened to be walking by. I saw you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, how's it going? Good to hear.
Good to see you.
Cool.
Trey.
What's up, Ozzy?
As a Bucks fan, and I grew up in Chicago just like Hoppy, but my Chicago memories are from the 80s Bears and the 70s Bears, and I've been here way longer than I live in Chicago. Who cares? I'm one of the few Tampa Bay fans, but I don't blindly support the Buccaneers. I am totally against Winston. I tell you what, I hope the Ryan Griffin kid plays like he did last Thursday night.
Yeah.
Because the Glazers have I'm telling you, and I don't mean to sound like a complete homer, he looked like a little Matt Ryan, and not even little. The guy's put on 20 pounds of muscle. But
Easy, Ozzy.
He's put on 20 pounds of muscle. He's ready. Like it or not, Hoppy, he will be the backup quarterback for game 1, 2, and 3. He's a snap away from playing NFL football.
By saying like it or not, you're implying that I root against the Bucks.
No,
I just don't care.
I wasn't talking to you in specific, like it or not.
I know.
But to compare Tampa Bay to Philadelphia, come on, guys. Philadelphia was a city established in 1700s. Tampa Bay, 40 years ago, had dirt roads. I mean, not necessarily, but Sarasota did. This area is still burgeoning. We didn't even get any other team beside the Bucks until 20 years ago. So it is kind of apples and oranges, I think. But I'll go back to, I got to get outside. I'm washing cars, but it's great to hear you guys.
All right.
You guys are awesome.
Thank you, random homeless person. No, but going back to you, Ozzy.
Yes.
Random homeless person. The thing, though, is I'm not saying that we should compare ourselves to Philly, because, like, when you compare yourself to a person, it's not healthy. I'm just saying there's this certain attitude where Tampa really wants to be a major market. And it can happen. We keep growing. I think in 20 years we will be a major market for sure. So if you want to be a major market and you're acting like it, you have to treat the players and have the same attitude like major markets that would throw a person that groped an Uber driver out of town. That's all I'm saying.
I agree totally.
But they're all like, oh, it's almost like a boys will be boys attitude when it comes to how people view Jameis. They're like, oh, he's just got a drinking problem. So if he was any other dude, we'd call him a creep. But because he's Jameis, like, come on.
I just happen to. I got to get going because my car's getting
Yeah,
towed up. The 2 rape allegations. If we had 2 Super Bowls, I hate to say it, I'd probably look the other way. He wasn't convicted.
But what if your daughter was the Uber driver?
I wouldn't let her 100 fucking feet of Jameis Winston.
So then why do you want the Super Bowl wins if you don't want him near your daughter or a woman?
They couldn't win a Super Bowl with Jameis Winston if the other team didn't show up. He's a horrible quarterback on the field. The only thing worse than his on-the-field decisions are his off-the-field decisions. He's got to go. He's 59 turnovers in 3 years. 59 turnovers.
Kind of like a bad version of Ben Roethlisberger with the accuracy of Jay Cutler or Mark Sanchez.
Who try to compare him to Brett Favre. But Favre threw a lot of picks early in his career. He threw a lot of picks, sure, his first 1, 2, and 3 seasons. By the 4th year, he won a fucking Super Bowl, and he was throwing 10 touchdowns every interception. There's a difference. You can throw interceptions when you win games. Yeah. Jameis doesn't win games. He's a train wreck. And more importantly, the Glazers have to make a decision very shortly on to give this guy $200 million. Nike, if I don't know if you noticed yesterday, Nike pulled out. They no longer want anything to do with Jameis Winston. Yeah. And I don't see him being the face of the franchise in Tampa. The Glazers aren't billionaires because they're stupid people.
No.
There's no way he gets... I just made the Ryan Griffin reference because, hey, he looked good the other night, albeit a preseason game. But the blind support for this Winston guy, and I go at it with these guys up in Tampa, left and right, sports writers, intelligent guys who don't see... I've been called everything from a racist to a retard. I know football, and I've coached about as much football as any of those reporters has. 0. I know shit when I see it. So, and he's a shitty quarterback. I hate to say it, that's my feelings. And I hope fucking Fitzpatrick takes us all the way to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I gotta get my car. They're fucking towing it. I gotta run.
All right.
Tripped over this.
Ryan,
How are you?
I am doing phenomenal. I'd actually like to tease something right before we go to break. Are we doing breaks?
Hi, how are you?
There is a guy recently. Everybody's up in arms. Everybody's up in arms about this guy recently. And,
The more you talk, the higher your voice pitch gets.
You know what? And I think I think when we get back from break, we're gonna talk about him because it's a pretty big deal right now, and I want to know your opinion, and I want to know AJ's opinion.
All right, cool.
All right.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
What's up, guys? It's Ryan Hoppy from Happy Hour, and I am proud to tell you guys about my partnership with Malectronic. They give you Bluetooth audio devices with an enhanced sound, so you can jam out to your favorite songs anywhere. You can use the speakers from such devices as your phone, your computer, or any Bluetooth-capable device. You can also use it as a hands-free speaker in your car to take calls. It's that easy, I tell you. It's very portable, and you can bring them anywhere with its long sessions, which can give you up to 20 hours of non-stop power with a Bluetooth range of 30 to 50 feet. Now, if you go to malectronic.com and at checkout use keyword Hoppy, you can save 20%. That's malectronic.com and at checkout use the keyword Hoppy. That is MALEKTRONIC.com. Malectronic. What's up? This is Ryan Hoppy, host of the two-time award-winning Happy Hour podcast, and I am proud to announce about my new sponsor here in the Tampa Bay area, Speedy Link, the best Metro PCS dealer in all of the Bay Area. They have 22 locations covering this great Bay Area from Dade City all the way to Sarasota. Maybe you're sick and tired of your current cell phone dealer, and you're just thinking, man, I really want to switch to Metro PCS. If you go there to their main store at 7813 Palm River Road, and that's in Tampa, and you tell them that Ryan Hoppy sent you and that you're a listener of Happy Hour, they will hook you up with a great deal. What are you waiting for? Give them a call now at 813-626-0297. That's 813-626-0297 and visit them at 7813 Palm River Road in Tampa. Tell them I sent you. Welcome back to Happy Hour. Tweet at me, at Ryan Hoppy Radio, at Promo Red 1025, at Bianchi Trey. Go to tinyurl.com/Happy Hour 2018 to vote for Hope Hour as best local podcast. This is being brought to you by Speedy Link Metro PCS at 7813 Palm River Road in Tampa, with over 22 locations in the Bay Area. From here in Sarasota to all the way to Dade City, they got you covered. Also, go to tinyurl.com/Happy Hour Decal. For just $2, you can get decals to spread the word on this, a cast. Also, check out AJ's other podcast, the Lazy Ass Podcast. All right, Trey, so before we went to break, you wanted to tease.
Oh, I teased, all right. And I know it's somebody that neither of you like, but I'd like your opinion on what happened. Alex Jones, bar Twitter, was banned from almost all social media.
I don't want to talk about it. Let's just talk about this for a minute or two. I really don't like talking about him.
I know you don't, but I really want to get your opinion. Do you think...
I'm so indifferent about it because...
So real quick, can you just break down? Can you just summarize it a little bit of what actually happened?
Yes.
So I know he's been banned.
So he's been banned from Facebook, YouTube, Spotify. Apple has banned him. Once Apple kind of stepped in the mix, he kind of got banned from everything.
Was there a specific thing that he did that got banned?
No, but what they said was incidents of hate speech, but nobody's making it cut and dry. Mm-hmm. Because I guess they don't want people to know exactly what gets you banned or what gets you barred. But the thing is, the reason I wanted to talk about it is because H3H3, Ashton Birdie, a couple podcasts that I listened to were streaming on YouTube, and when they brought this topic up, when they brought Alex Jones up and got his clips played,
YouTube and the other,
they took him down. They took down their streams. And I didn't think that was right, and I thought, ban a guy, that's your thing. But just to talk about somebody being banned, just to bring him up, now you're kind of striking people for that. I thought that was crazy.
Well, you're just trying to censor free speech of that point.
I mean, they're a company; they're allowed to do what they want.
Exactly.
I just don't think that they like as a company that just doesn't look good. That turns people away from you, people that were on your side.
But here's the thing: when every company is doing it now, and you have and it's happening to everybody, not just H3 or not just a specific podcaster, but everybody's doing it. It's kind of hard to bring it up because, like you said, they're their own company. They can do if they feel like you're not a good fit for that company, they can kick you off. Absolutely. It's their own private enterprise. But
when everybody does it,
and everybody's doing that. So, essentially, right now we're witnessing the blacklisting of Alex Jones,
people. And it's going to be more people. I don't know if they're going to be.
But YouTube has always been weird with that because like a year or two ago, wasn't it just like they said that they take you off of Google Preferred, which is the main source of
they were kind of inching their way to.
Well, they would take people off of Google Preferred if you talk about controversial topics,
right?
And if you were to curse on your videos, then you wouldn't be making as much money as, say, just let's say a Minecraft YouTuber who doesn't swear.
PewDiePie.
Whatever. No, he got fucked.
He did get fucked. He used to be making millions. He's making.
But we're not talking about PewDiePie. We're talking about Alex Jones. And in my opinion, Javi, I know you don't really like Alex Jones, and I know you're, I'm like, I'm big on freedom of speech. But here's the thing: it's something that I don't think that it's a real problem that we have to really focus on right now. Could it come in the future to bite us in the ass?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. But right now, Alex Jones has said outrageous shit in his past.
Oh yeah, I don't care about Alex Jones. I care about.
And now his past is coming back to haunt him.
Yeah. And he did turn the frogs gay. That's what
he did turn the frogs gay.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I will say.
Yeah.
But are we? Is there like it's a weird gray area that we're in because he's a person that we a lot of us don't like, but at the same time is the fact like he's not doing anything illegal.
Yeah, he's not doing anything illegal. He's not saying anything wrong. I don't even think he's saying anything super hateful. I wouldn't say he said anything hateful. And
Well,
you know what? The frogs
well,
were
calling-
turned gay.
well,
The
calling-
frogs actually did turn
Well,
gay.
calling Sandy Hook victims crisis actors was pretty
that's
terrible.
definitely awful. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a couple of things you can bring up, and he's been right a couple of times. He's been very wrong.
What
a
really
couple of
pisses
times.
me off is like his dumb fans. So let's say he has 5 million listeners a day. The whole combined IQ of every single one of them is probably 70. They are all idiots. It's low-hanging fruit. People that hate their lives and they want to believe this garbage. That's my problem. Is he treats it as actual news, and I hate the term fake news, but that dude literally spews garbage. Here's an article: 10 of the worst things Alex Jones has ever said or done. Well, first of all, he denounced the murders of the Sandy Hook kids. Number 2, he said that the people from the Parkland, Florida shooting are crisis actors. Number 3, that the whole Pizzagate thing with Hillary Clinton, where he was having all the baseless claims.
Did you ever watch the video where it explains the whole Pizzagate thing? It's freaking crazy conspiracy theory. Like, not one that I buy into, but it's nuts.
Obama and Clinton keep babies alive and sell their body parts.
Oh, that was for the abortion.
Oh, that's completely
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Love it.
Democrats plan to launch civil war on July 4th. Totally happened. Hillary Clinton is operating a high-level pedophile ring.
That's Pizzagate.
And that's
Barack Obama will round people into concentration camps. It's just
The way I'm
I
hearing
know
it-
that we're kind of edgy and we work amongst quote-unquote shock jocks at 102.5 The Bone. But what's different is we have the
I did
term
not say
real
that.
raw radio, and everything that everybody says is genuine. Alex Jones just spews garbage
Well,
for attention, and it works.
no,
He's nothing more than the WWE of political talk radio, and what pisses me off is at least people that watch the WWE,
Why are you
for the
pointing at
most
me so
part,
aggressively?
know that it's fake. But the problem is these idiots that listen to Alex Jones think it's real. That's what makes me angry.
Well, he did in court say that some of the things that he said,
and he keeps doing it.
well, he says that he's like playing
He's
a
playing
character.
a character.
He's
But,
playing- but a
even
lot of
after
people-
he said
yeah.
it, let's say he said it on July 7th, 2017. By July 8th, 2017, he was back to doing his show, pretending like he never said it.
Yeah.
That's what pissed me off was that he just should have ended his show then and retired because he's got a lot of money and just do something different. It's like, if you're talented, Alex Jones, because he's talented at marketing himself, there's no doubt about it. If you're truly talented, you don't need to play this character. Just be yourself. But it shows that he's nothing more than a hack. I mean,
Well,
he
people-
literally has...
people like going towards the crazy people. The people like going towards hearing offensive shit.
Lately, people love going hard left, love going hard
Yeah.
right. And if somebody is spewing like really, really hard, whatever side kind of extreme crap, there's a lot of people that are super, super into that non-publicly. So
So you got to chase the money.
you got to chase the money. And at the end of the day, if the frogs are straight, then the frogs aren't gay. And that's really the moral of the story.
I wouldn't have put it. I wouldn't have said it any better myself, Trey.
Thank you.
So I saw this article here from Pro Bible.
That's definitely a great source.
No, kind of like a website that links news to other websites, but nice try trying to throw that I have fake news going on the show.
I was joking.
What's the
Okay.
what's the next news clip?
It was,
National Enquirer.
people saw a picture recently of James Harden,
Yeah,
and he's gained a little bit of weight. He's got a little bit of a dad bod.
he's trying to get wide to be a better defensive player. But yeah, keep going. So yeah, he's getting fat.
And it's just like, he's never been athletic. Yeah, he can dunk and that, but
Oh, you can't. Okay, first of all, you're in the NBA. You have to be athletic. I don't care if you're a third, like if you're just on the bench all the time.
maybe I misspoke. What I meant to say was he's never been the most athletic guy. He's not LeBron. He's not Kobe. But he won MVP this year. But he'll go into the Hall of Fame. But
He's fat.
he's going to be an all-time great player to a point that never won a ring and always choke. The thing is, people that rip into him are probably the same people that listen to Alex Jones. It's like, you do realize that if his weight problem was really happening, the Rockets organization would come in and tell him to knock it off. But if they're not worried about it, why should we? It's just, I love when people tweet these things at these players like, oh, they're going to totally care. And I mean, some of them do, like Kevin Durant, who's a pussy. But people are just jealous that James Harden's living the life and you're watching him behind a TV or playing as him in NBA 2K.
Yeah.
You don't agree with me?
No, I do.
I don't know a lot about basketball.
I do agree with you. And
You don't need to know a lot about basketball, Trey. 1 second, AJ. To know that if you're ripping into a player who's going to go into the Hall of Fame, which I don't know if you know what the Hall of Fame is. The Hall of Fame is where
I assume it's a hall where all the famous people go.
The all-time great players get elected. They get voted by sport writers.
Pete Rose isn't in it, but
Well, what I'm saying is, James Harden, like every year, there's this thing called the playoffs where the best teams make it, and then it's the next round. And he's really good. He'll end up choking, which is a term for not winning in the moment. But what I'm saying is, it's funny how people are trying to act like having a dad bod is going to prevent him from being good in the future. I'm pretty sure he wants to win a ring because he didn't do well this year in the playoffs. So I think he probably cares, and I think he knows what he's doing. And they have trainers that help them condition. So I just think it's ridiculous that people are trying to act like James Harden doesn't know what he's doing.
I'm okay with it. I have a dad bod myself. I think it's attractive.
You're making hundreds of millions playing basketball too.
I also
totally.
Yep.
I'm just saying, I don't know. I think it's utterly ridiculous when people try to critique sport players. What I love even more is when people tweet at Kevin Durant or people tweet at like Skip Bayless and then they forgot that they're in their burner accounts and they end up defending themselves on their own account. It's like, I need to take my own advice when I say this, but they never ever really say it to your face. They hide behind a keyboard because that's the only time they have the guts to say anything. So I don't get why Kevin Durant, who's worth hundreds of millions and has won 2 rings and is a 2-time Finals MVP, cares what some 14-year-old punk says.
So yeah, he doesn't.
I think he has a social media addiction, which
How do you think?
We all do.
How do you feel? Or how do you think? Like, how can you deduce that?
how do you fix it?
No, how do you
Deduce it.
How do you think
that?
How do you think that? Like, why do you think that he has a social media addiction?
If you're a player who's regarded as the second best player
James
in the
Harden.
NBA,
Durant or Harden?
Durant.
Okay.
If you're Kevin Durant and you're the second best player of all time, or not of all time, but currently playing, why do you care what some kid says, and why are you making the time to make a second account? You live in a mansion. You can literally fly anywhere for vacation. You have a dream job. Why do you care what people think?
So he got sensitive. He's a dude who got really sensitive and decided to take it too far. I don't think it means he has a social media addiction.
Here's the thing, like, if you do have all that, if you can do whatever you want, like, you'll get bored with it eventually. Might as well go on Twitter.
I have the biggest problem when it comes to social media. I've been literally losing my mind recently. I don't know. My anxiety has been through the roof. I was talking to a radio person today who's like, dude, you need to chill, man. You just come off so uptight at times. And then I was at a bar this weekend with my friend, and he's like, dude, you need to carry yourself with more confidence. So that's why I feel like I can relate to Kevin, is you get so attached to social media that you're not living in the moment. And I feel like that's my problem recently.
I like that little little loop around, how it kind of came right back in.
I got you.
That, Ryan.
No, so
Yeah,
I understand. So his self-consciousness, you're saying, is like seeping through social media, and it kind of starts. You're saying that it kind of starting to dictate.
The thing too, he's a mama's boy. He loves his mom. Him and his mom, she's the real MVP. They're really close. I think he's been babied his whole life, and I think he was great at Texas. He was great growing up.
Do you think?
But he was never able to get over the hump in Oklahoma City and win a ring. So I think he realized that he needed to go to the Warriors to win. And I think it really hurts him, that it kind of hurts his legacy that he had to go to an already great team to win. And I think he really cares that he's not as loved as he was when he was at the University of Texas, or growing up when he could get any girl he wanted, or when he was playing in Oklahoma City and he was the king of that town. I really think he is a soft guy. I think he's probably a nice guy, but I think he cares too much. And I can see it because I can kind of relate. I care too much about what people think. I'm just saying.
Okay. That's fair. That's very fair.
And now there's going to be people that are going to go, why are you comparing yourself to Kevin Durant? And if you think I'm comparing myself to Kevin Durant, that's not the point at all. Kind of like I saw a YouTube comment. This guy was like, I said on my show that I have 150,000 listens, which I'm proud of, and I had it in 3 years. And I said, if you guys remember, I said, it humbles me, though, because that's probably how many listens Joe Rogan gets in a split second once his podcast releases at midnight.
Oh, yeah.
And this guy comments, maybe even in 1/4 of a split second, this guy comments, you're never going to make it in radio because you're comparing yourself to Joe Rogan. And I was like, that's why you shouldn't care what it said on social media, because I wasn't comparing myself to Joe Rogan. I was actually saying I'm nowhere near to where Joe Rogan is. And it's just, on the internet, people want to hear and they want to think and they want to see what they believe. They want to hear it from their perspective.
I mean, like, comparing yourself to Joe Rogan is not the reason you're never going to make it in radio, Ryan. Like, at least we can agree on that.
Trey?
Yeah, I got a little smirk out of him.
So, I appreciate you buying me the coffee today. I drove from St. Pete to Land O'Lakes, and Land O'Lakes to Sarasota, and I'm going from Sarasota to Land O'Lakes,
oh, he
and
is
Land
my
O'Lakes
ride
to St.
home.
Pete.
No, I believe you're going to make it in radio. That was a joke.
You come from a rich family.
I do.
You can Uber.
I actually can't. My dad'll kill me.
Well, maybe you shouldn't, talk bad to the host that you wrote.
But I love the host. Hold my hand.
I love you, kitty.
All right.
Fuck is this?
People are going to listen to this and be like, man, Hoppy sounds like a real douche. Well, I am.
Yeah.
Call the show. 856-49-HOPPY. 856-49-HOPPY. Tweet at me at Ryan Hoppy Radio. And tweet at Promo Red 1025. And tweet at Bianchi Trey. And we're live from the Ozzy the Sports Junkie Radio Network in beautiful Sarasota. Tweet at him at Ozzy Radio. AJ.
Yeah.
So last night I was running a board at 1025 The Bone. Every Sunday into Monday I run the board for Roger and JP the best of, and then Calta going into Ian Beckles, and then that's how they begin the day for The Bone. Mm-hmm. And Sunday nights they replay the show from Friday, and it was you and Big Kevin from the 1025 The Bone team with the whole thing with the dominatrix. First of all, explain what happened, but second of all, say yes or no to my point after you're done explaining yourself.
Okay.
I kind of think you liked it a little bit. I kind of think you're going to be dabbling in it with your sexual experiences.
Okay, so what ended up happening was me and Big Kev, we ended up going on the show. They brought Whitney. Her last name's escaping me. I'm sorry.
Morgan.
Whitney Morgan.
She's hot.
Who, if you remember, if you were listening to Mike Calta's show last year, they brought an Italian guy who is really into getting his balls kicked.
You know, that's actually on Pornhub. It says Tampa radio show, and it's like a 20-minute clip, and somebody just took the Bone TV clip, so the Bone's actually on Pornhub.
So Whitney is a dominatrix, and she has a whole bag of tricks waiting for me and Kevin. She had almost like a really heavy leather ping pong paddle.
Oh, jeez.
A carbon fiber whip.
Oh, yeah.
I would say it's like a freaking lightning sword. Just one big black taser.
The Taint Destroyer 9000.
And the other thing that she had were weighted nipple clamps. And
terrible.
me and Kevin took turns each getting dominated. And I was up first. I had the paddle and I had the carbon fiber. Whip. The carbon fiber whip was the weirdest thing. And it wasn't that I hated it or that I liked it. It was just the weirdest feeling ever.
It's kind of liked it, because if you hated it, you'd go out there and say it. I think you're going to dabble in the future.
I didn't like it though. It was just something that happened, and I didn't really I wasn't turned on. That's the thing.
May I tell a story about the first time AJ got whipped?
It was a segment about AJ, and then Trey makes it about himself. Cool, makes sense. You're narcissistic, sociopath.
But no, because I do remember.
Yeah.
I do remember that story, and I did.
So AJ was.
I was inebriated, by the way.
AJ was inebriated, and he was. We were at a party, and AJ was getting down and dirty a little bit. And the mother of the host of the party comes out.
Yeah, great mother.
Great mother.
Yeah.
And she starts. AJ, me, a girl, and another girl are all butt ass naked. She pulls out a belt, or actually,
I was
sex whip,
Yeah.
and she starts whipping AJ. And AJ told me later that night, I was so drunk, man. The only time I was turned on during that night is when it was when the mother was whipping me. God, I was...
Wait, the mom whipped you.
Yeah. Well,
Did you bang the mom?
No.
We have a friend that did, though.
We have a friend that did. But
Is this... Let me...
I don't want to talk about her.
Wait.
Let's be real. Like I don't want to get too personal because these are people that are in our lives, and I don't want to air our fucking our shit.
I totally know who it is, and I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Did you get any from her?
No, not from the mom, no, but from another girl that I was with. And the thing was that I was so shit faced to where. Like and the girl in question, literally, like, it was her idea to get me to go to go home with her, and I didn't even know what was going on half the time. I didn't realize I was having sex with a girl until like halfway through it, and I just woke up. And I'm like, oh, you're there, okay? And I'm not particularly attracted to her. So, anyways, I get up, and the mother is just playing with all these like sexual, like these whips and stuff like that.
Oh, jeez.
With me and the other girl just laying naked
and so
in
that's
the kitchen.
that's
Wait, so the mom was in the same room as the daughter?
No, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
What a weird thing.
So, okay, but anyways, get back to the Calta show. So then, Kevin, so I was whipped with a carbon fiber whip, and I was getting paddled, and then it was Kevin's turn, and Mike asked me what Kevin should go through, and I told her the taser. Told him the taser. But then Kevin pussied out. He's like, I don't want to do the taser. So he ends up doing the nipple clamps. And the nipple clamps, and I ended up using the nipple clamps too. Which sucks about them is that not only are they pinching your nipples really hard, but the chain is very heavy.
Yeah.
And so not only you're getting pinched, but almost pulled. And the other thing that we did, we each did getting shocked with the taser in our taint, and that was freaking. I could not stand that.
Bare
one.
taint or like over the pants?
No, like over the underwear. Over the underwear.
What do you think happens in a person's life where they're into that?
I feel like they've been sexually repressed for the longest time.
Like not gotten laid?
Like either not gotten laid or not allowed to. Like a Catholic schoolgirl who's been just never been touched for like creme de la creme of vaginas, and then all of a sudden, she goes to college.
Somebody looks at
and
her
then
clamp,
Pastor Rick's not there to judge her, and she's just able to have sex with all those frat guys, and then she just turns into a fucking freak. Like, I think that's literally what, like...
you don't ease yourself into it sexually, you just go crazy.
Yeah, you go crazy.
Oh, wow.
And, no, so then, anyways, the worst thing was, though, is that whenever me and... when it was done, and we were... Oh, by the way, we were doing this all in front of Jim Florentine. and so, me and him were... One of my nipples was clamped, the other Kevin's nipple was clamped, and we were basically tied together.
Yeah.
And... if we moved like a step apart, like one of our nipples were getting ripped off.
Jesus Christ.
And so then Mike was like, hey, let me get a blow dart. And he shot a blow dart at us, and we had to run, and it stuck in my arm.
Who was the one that was making eye contact with Galvin? Or he was
that was me, yeah. He told me to make eye contact with him, and I was like, okay, sure.
You're a cutie pie.
I'm a very adorable guy.
Now, AJ.
Yes.
Before we wrap up the show.
Okay.
Where can people find your work?
They can find my work at PromoRed1025 on Twitter. I'm not going to give my Facebook or Instagram because that's private. And then you can find me. We're doing a show on Thursday, the Lazy Ass Podcast. You can follow us at Those Lazy Asses.
Yeah.
And you can follow us on Twitter at the Lazy Ass. Follow us on Facebook at the Lazy Ass Podcast. Give us a like and a follow. And we are actually joining the IRN network. That's going to be our first show, and we're going to have our own theme music, our own intro that we create, and instead of just having random fucking songs in the beginning of the show to start it off.
Trey.
Yes, my love.
Hey, cutie. How are you?
Good.
You look cute tonight.
You do too.
Where can people find whatever the fuck you're doing?
At Twitter. On Twitter.
People find you wherever the fuck you're doing. Piece of shit.
They can find me on Twitter at Bianchi Trey and on my YouTube channel at Trey Bianchi.
Why does it say the captain? That's douchey.
Because I'm captain of industry, captain industrial.
But what industry though?
All of them.
What is the industry that you're a captain?
Going job to job, making money.
I'm a captain of this couch that I sit on.
Captain of this couch, and I play Grand Theft Auto. That's what the captain of the fuck I am.
Oh man! But real quick, because you do have a YouTube channel. What kind of stuff do you post on that YouTube channel?
A bunch of stuff. Car
So
stuff,
just vlogs?
Yeah, it's boring stuff. It's nothing very high priority.
Then why do you do it?
Me and Ryan gave a look to each other, like when you were talking about. We were just like, God damn it!
I enjoy it. I like doing it, and I like to look back at the videos over the years and say, "Oh, that was a fun time in my life." That's more the reason why I do it than anything.
It's weird watching you from like 6 years ago. You're just so little and
Yeah.
adorable.
Oh my god.
That's great. As opposed to my weight, like I feel like in terms of looks wise, I've never changed.
Yeah, no, you look exactly the same as
Like,
you've always looked.
like there's a picture of me in 8th grade, and I just look like I'm freaking Nicolas Cage. I feel like I just never age.
You're gonna be 40 and just
I'm
you're
gonna
gonna be
look
heavier, but you're just gonna
fantastic.
look exactly the same as you do now.
Don't you know?
Anyways, Hoppy,
Hoppy.
please, where can they find you, Hoppy? Where can they find this great
Hoppy
podcast?
Radio app, Hoppy Radio on Spotify, tinyurl.com/HoppyHour2018. Vote for Hope Hours. It says RyanHoppyRadio.com, at Ryan Hoppy Radio on all social media, but Hoppy Radio on Snapchat, like the page Hoppy Hour on Facebook. And
You gotta get your own website, man. Come on.
what?
So you can post all this, so they can just be like, okay, go to this website. You'll get all the links.
I can build you a website.
Wait. What did you just say?
I said you got to make your own website, and in order to like put all those links, so then instead of going through a whole list of where to find
Do you have a smartphone over there?
Yes, I do.
There's a website called RyanHoppyRadio.com that I update daily.
There you go.
I do have a website.
So there you go. So there you go. Just say that, and all your links are attached to them, and they're like, yeah, just go to RyanHoppyRadio.com. That's where.
What do you think I am? Amateur hour? What do you think I am?
No, you're Hoppy
Well,
Hour.
I mean, you were listing,
like
dude.
that.
You were listing all the places that they could follow you, and it was just very like, just be like Ryan Hoppy Radio Network. Drop the mic, leave.
I mean, don't drop the mic. It's expensive.
yeah, please.
Yeah, and
not
then
ours.
we'll be banned, and Ozzy will never let us back again.
I love you, Hoppy.
Thank you.
Ozzy the Sports Junkie is about to take over the Tampa Bay area. Follow him at Ozzy Radio on Twitter. Big things are going to come soon.
Also, OzzyTheSportsJunkie.com, my website.
Yeah.
OzzyTheSportsJunkie.com.
Salacious pictures of me and my girlfriend.
Oh, jeez.
Good stuff.
I found
You
some
should
pictures of
talk to her
mine.
daughter and see if she's into tall 6'9" goofballs.
She is.
Okay?
Loves them.
Sounds like a plan. Bye.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
What's up, guys? It's Ryan Hoppy from Hoppy Hour, and I am proud to tell you guys about my partnership with Malectronic. They give you Bluetooth audio devices with an enhanced sound, so you can jam out to your favorite songs anywhere. You can use the speakers from such devices as your phone, your computer, or any Bluetooth-capable device. You can also use it as a hands-free speaker in your car to take calls. It's that easy, I tell you. It's very portable, and you can bring them anywhere with its long sessions, which can give you up to 20 hours of non-stop power with a Bluetooth range of 30 to 50 feet. Now, if you go to Malectronic.com and at checkout use keyword Hoppy, you can save 20%. That's Malectronic.com, and at checkout use the keyword Hoppy. That is Malectronic.com. Malectronic. What's up? This is Ryan Hoppy, host of the two-time award-winning. What's up? This is Ryan Hoppy, host of the two-time award-winning Hoppy Hour podcast, and I am proud to announce about my new sponsor here in the Tampa Bay area, Speedy Link, the best Metro PCS dealer in all of the Bay Area. They have 22 locations covering this great Bay Area from Dade City all the way to Sarasota. Maybe you're sick and tired of your current cell phone dealer, and you're just thinking, man, I really want to switch to Metro PCS. If you go there to their main store at 7813 Palm River Road, and that's in Tampa, and you tell them that Ryan Hoppy sent you and that you're a listener of Hoppy Hour, they will hook you up with a great deal. What are you waiting for? Give them a call now at 813-626-0297. That's 813-626-0297 and visit them at 7813 Palm River Road in Tampa. Tell them I sent you.